Hey guys, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I am Aja A. This is going to be your monthly tarot reading for the month of September. I keep wanting to say, ooh, to hit the piss. This is going to be your reading for the month of September. This video is for Taurus, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. Before I get started, if you feel like what I'm saying doesn't resonate with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, which I will have linked down below in the description box. This is going to be a general 4-card reading looking at the overall energy for you guys for the month, any challenges or obstacles that you might be facing. Because we are dealing with Virgo energy for most of September, looking at where you need to tap into your sister sign's energy and reorganize, learn some critical analysis, and pay attention to detail. And as always, I will be giving you guys a quick little soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread. Before I start, I do want to drop a couple of shameless plugs. I am having a tarot raffle for the month of September. It is only open for the first week of September, which means, what is today? It's today the 6th. Which means it's open today and tomorrow. It closes tomorrow, and I will announce the winner on the 8th. It's for a Handle Your Biz tarot reading, which is a finance and career it's a finance and career spread. So if those are areas that you have been trying to work out or you feel like you need some insight into, definitely enter the raffle. I will have it linked down below in the description box, okay? What else? Any retrograde season, check out the retrograde series. We have a new moon today, actually, and I'll be putting that video up later on tonight. I'll link that in the box as well, okay? And that's all I got for the shameless plugs. Let's get into your reading, Taurus. The first card that I have for you coming up is in the position of your overall energy for the month, and you've got Awakening. And I like to see this here, especially with us wrapping up the summer season and getting ready to go into the season of change. This energy coming up here says that you are actually rolling with the times, like you are actually coming into the season of change with the energy of change. This is a month in which there are going to be things coming to the surface for you. And it could be by way of certain situations. I do get a feeling that something that's been hidden, either by way of like it being a secret, or maybe it's supposed to be a surprise. I'm not really sure, but something that has been under the surface is going to be coming up. Keep in mind that we do have Mercury retrograde starting at the end of the month. We'll be in the shadow period for pretty much the whole month, or starting, I think at the end of this week we go into the shadow period, if I'm remembering correctly. This Mercury retrograde is in the sign of Libra, which is associated with justice. So anything that's not right, that's been hidden, that's been a secret, especially if it has to do with you, Taurus, it is definitely going to be coming out during this month. I get the sense that there are some things, maybe some information, some knowledge, possibly like Taurus, you have access to some sort of resources or something that you don't know about at this moment that I'm giving you this reading, or that you're watching this reading. But at some point during the month, something is going to come out, something is going to come up, and it's going to kind of just blow your mind, open your eyes, and put you into a position to where you're like, wow, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Like, whoa, what is this? I had no idea that all of this was going down. I had no idea that I had access to this. I had no idea that I could do that. But just be mindful that because it is retrograde season, don't be surprised if whatever is coming out comes out by way of some sort of like, and I hate to say this, but like some sort of like betrayal, or some sort of like, wow, I can't believe you kept that from me, or like, wow. Thank you. But something might pop up that has you guys like, wow, that's rough, that's tough. I had no idea that you were keeping that from me. How could you not tell me that? But however it comes out, it really doesn't matter, because the information that's coming out for you guys is what's important during this month. This is the card of Awakening. This card is number 26 in the deck, which breaks down to the number 8, which is the number of cycles. It's the number of, I consider 8 the number of progression and growth, specifically like exponential growth. It's the infinity number. Even though 0 is the infinite number, 8 is the symbol of infinity, okay? So whatever's coming into you this month, whatever you find out, whatever you stumble onto, understand that it has some sort of key to your next chapter, to your next step, to your next cycle, okay? Also with this Awakening card, this may just be a month for you guys where you're learning a lot of stuff about yourself, where you're figuring things out that you didn't necessarily know, to where your perspective might be shifting a little bit, to where your energy starts to feel a little different, and you start to come into new spaces, new friend groups, new relationships, new everything. With the awakening card, whatever it is you're coming into, this has a very positive, very light energy. So whatever it is that you're coming into, whatever it is that you find out, no matter how you figure it out, there's a reason that you need to know it. There's a reason that you need to have access, because it is very important to your next steps, okay? All right, guys, next card in the spread is in the position of your crossing energies or obstacles that you might be facing during this month. And you've got the 7 of Wands. And this is typically one of my favorite cards to pull in tarot, except for when it is a crossing energy. The first thing that comes up whenever I see this card crossing anything, the message is you are your own obstacle. So whatever it is that you're supposed to be coming into, Taurus, you need to take a moment during this month and think about what you're not opening your eyes to. I also wanted to give a message to you guys are earth people, and earth signs are very known for not wanting to move out of their comfort zones. They're very known for wanting to stay in spaces where they are aware of how to maneuver certain things. This card tells me, one, you may just be in a position to where you're not necessarily enjoying what you've got going on around you, but you're very comfortable with it. And when I say comfort, people have this misconception that comfort is always good. No, when I'm speaking to comfort in this regard, I'm saying you're comfortable and it might not necessarily be the best thing. This is a crossing energy for your awakening. This is a retrograde month. This is a month, and you have a lot of air energy coming up in your spread too. This awakening card, I'm associating it with air energy, perspective, intellect, all the things. But you guys are coming into this space to where, you're supposed to be aligning with certain things, but instead you might not really want to take the steps to go towards said things because you're comfortable. You know how to maneuver the situation that you're in. You know what your schedule looks like. You know how to work your routine, and when your routine goes off a little bit, how to get right back to it. But the awakening card says things are getting ready to change for you, Taurus. Routine is not necessarily the thing you need to be focusing on during this month. You need to be focusing on what you're supposed to be coming into. Another message with this 7 of Wands card is it is a card of the individual. And sometimes when this card comes up, there is this energy of you stepping into your own light, you stepping into your own, you coming into alignment with, like I said, with the things that you need to be coming into alignment with. And the people around you kind of looking at you like, well, why are you doing that? What is going on here? So with this card, I also get the feeling that as you step into these spaces, as you actually allow yourself to come into this awakening energy, you might be in a position to where, as you're making changes, the people that you're close to, the people that are used to, your typical Taurus routine energy, they might be like, I don't like this. I don't know if that's for you. I don't know if you should be doing that. I don't know if that's the path you need to take. Turn this card into an upright, supporting energy as opposed to having it as a crossing energy. Have faith in yourself. Whatever you feel pulled to during this month, go towards it, okay? Whatever you feel is tugging on your heartstrings, explore it. Despite what the people around you have to say, it's not popping up for you for no reason. It's popping up for you because it's something for you. It's not for other people. This is your spread. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about what people say about what you got going on. Don't worry about what people think. Do you? And you'll find yourself in the spaces and the places that you need to be, okay? Okay. Next card in your spread, Taurus, is in the position of where you need to tap into your sister sign Virgo's energy and reorganize, lend some critical analysis, and pay attention to detail. And you got the Sun of Swords, okay? Which is the Knight of Swords. And so the first message that I get with this card is that throughout this month, there are going to be messages coming in for you, knowledge coming in, downloads coming in for you, and you should be paying very close attention to the things that you are picking up on and that you're seeing. Angel messages, number messages. Is 606 right now, so whatever I just was talking about, y'all might want to go look up 606, or whatever you're thinking about in this spread as you're listening to this reading. Go look up 606 and apply those energies to whatever situation is popping up for you, okay? Pay attention to, you know, animal messages. I like a couple weeks ago, I was running into so many, and it was so crazy. And I always have interesting interactions with animals, but we had like a leaf bug. I stay on the 5th floor. There is not like a tree over here, and we had a leaf bug, one of those leaf grasshoppers. I don't know if that's really what they're called, but he was just up here for like 3 days. I went to check, he was alive. And I looked it up and I saw what the animal messages meant. And sure enough, like within the next week, I started getting like a whole bunch of different opportunities coming into me. And I started seeing certain things that I'm working on start to unfold into these abundant spaces and places, okay? So animal messages coming in for you, especially because you guys are Earth. I wouldn't be surprised if it is animal messages for you for this month. Like I said, the leaf bug who just randomly appeared on our floor. Me and my neighbors were like, how in the hell did this bug get up here? Like, should we take him downstairs? Should we? But we just left him alone, and you know, he went away eventually. I don't know where he went, but we were like, hey, thanks, we appreciate it. Pay attention to your dreams, especially because you have this air card here. Even though it's not a water card, and I typically associate water with the dreams, because this is a message about things coming in for you during this month and coming in swiftly, I would not be surprised if it were coming in by way of your dreams, especially because there is so much air influence this month with all of the energy of the Libra Mercury retrograde. So pay attention to your dreams. Also pay attention to things that are being said in conversation. You guys know when you're sitting in conversation, and it might be just a random conversation, and somebody says something and you kind of get those chills. When that happens to you, what was that person saying? What were you guys just talking about? Pay attention to these things, because these things are important for you. They have to do with this awakening energy here, and you're supposed to be exploring it, okay? Another thing with the Son of Swords card, this is a court card. This is air sign, typically male or masculine energy. I was about to disrespect the air sign people and say Aries. I am so sorry. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. If there is somebody around you or somebody that you meet during this month who has one of those placements in their big 3, or they have one of those placements with like a heavy influence on their chart, or they just seem like they put off air sign energy, and y'all know what I mean. Like when you typically think of people in their elemental energy, you're like, oh yeah, that person's definitely a water sign. Oh no, that person's definitely a fire sign. So if you meet somebody this month and you're like, that's definitely an air sign, explore a conversation with them. Maybe look into a companionship with them. If it's a little bit more intense, I don't know, maybe ride the ride, see how it goes. Somebody with that energy could be coming in for you that has a lot to do with your awakening. They could just be coming in and helping you to step into this energy than on your own, okay? But I do also more so get the message of just pay attention to the downloads and the communications and the spiritual communications coming in for you during this month. All right, Taurus. Last card in the spread is in the position of your soul message for the month of September, and you've got trees. It's actually a few signs that have been getting this card this month, which means that the Virgo energy is actually very influential. And not that the other energies aren't, but like this is the time to really take advantage of this Virgo earth sign energy. And you guys have Earth, but Virgo is a little bit different from you guys. Virgo's very analytical, they pay a lot of attention to detail. They are like, you guys know Virgos, like we think of them as like perfect and pure. So that energy, which is really getting to the space of your own essence of what reigns true to you, awakening, right, is really what's coming up strong here during this month. And this trees energy tells me that you need to start grounding yourself in it. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean like you have to start making all these moves and spending money and making changes, but I do mean that you need to start, thinking about and speaking about and manifesting how you want your life to look based on this enlightenment, based on the things that you're learning about yourself and you're learning about life during this month. This also comes with the message of community, specifically with the deck. So I did want to say, with this card, very possible that even though you have this 7 of Wands and you're kind of on your own journey during this month, the people around you may actually be giving you a lot of these messages that are bringing you into the space of enlightenment and awakening, okay? So just, keep the good people around you, people that put out good energy. I would say definitely kind of mix and mingle with them during this month and pay attention to the messages that come up, especially like if you start seeing or noticing something like frequently, and you're like, why do I keep thinking about that? Or like, why does that particular commercial keep coming on and I keep hearing this specific line? Read into it. Like, literally just read into it. People might think you're a little crazy for trying to figure all this stuff out, but it has a purpose. It is going to lead you into the spaces that you're supposed to be in, okay? And those are the messages that I have for you, Taurus. I hope that they found you well. If you like this video, please do me a favor and give me a little thumbs up. It actually helps make my videos more visible on YouTube. If you have any questions or comments about the spread, drop them down below. I get on here like once or twice a week and cycle around. Thank you. Thanks for watching. I get on here like a couple times a week and cycle around and respond to people in their questions and comments. If you want to book your own personal reading, my Etsy shop will be linked down below in the description box. Again, I am having a tarot raffle for the month. It is only open for 2 more days. Handle your business, tarot reading, finances, and career. As soon as I finish streaming this, I'm going to go in and link that video. It's one of the more recent ones if you don't want to wait for me to do that. But it's only open for 2 more days. So if you are interested in that raffle, go and enter today, because I am closing it tomorrow before I go to bed. And yes, that's all I got for you. I dropped all my other plugs at the beginning of the video, so I will not talk your ears off anymore. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.